Hey guys, welcome back to TimeSplitters 2. We're going to do something a little bit different before going into arcade mode. We're going to mess with MapMaker. I'm going to select my old file because it has all the characters and everything unlocked. But we're going to design a story mission because it's fun to do. It's one of my favorite things about the TimeSplitters games. Oh, I already made a laser tag thing, but I think it's a multiplayer map. So I'm going to show you something I made way back in the day. Apparently I called it Liberation. It's a story thing. Sure, I'll be the undead priest. Apparently that's who I played as last. So yeah, you can design your own story missions or multiplayer maps. Pretty much anything that can be a shooter map you can do. But this was one I designed, I guess, way back when this game was still new. Let's take a look. The objectives: eliminate the undead, take the strange artifact, find and rescue Captain Snow. Oh yeah, and you can make a briefing. You were called to investigate an odd power surge in military sector. Oh wow, yeah, you could tell I was kind of young and stupid. The soldiers here recently found an artifact near a UFO crash site, which we believe is the reason for the recent epidemic. The weary crew are hostile and ganging up on Captain Snow. Take the artifact and save Captain Snow. Okay. Wow, I kind of remember this, but I kind of don't. So yeah, you can see there's some lighting stuff going on. And that was definitely a location trigger. Like, it's a very basic map maker. It's basically all built around if-then statements. Because you have to set triggers and obviously actions. So like the trigger is the if, and then the action is the then. Oh my gosh, get out of here. I can hardly see. It looks so blurry too, I don't know. It's been a couple days since I've played. I forgot how crap it looks. But it's not due to the game itself, it's due to the way I record it, going through that stupid AV to HDMI adapter, which makes everything look terrible. But I don't know how else to play this, unless I had a really good computer that could emulate this. Which I don't. So yeah, eliminate the undead. What's going on here, and I'll show you when I actually go to the map. This is kind of just a look at a completed project. Or a completed level, I guess. Very basic. We're going to design something really basic, too. Because I don't want the video to be too long. You can spend hours in MapMaker. So yeah, there's clearly a counter going on in the background. Each time these zombies dies, the counter goes up by 1. And there's probably a line of code or a logic operation that I put in place when the counter reaches a certain number, an objective gets complete, and I can go rescue Captain Snow. So that's basically the concept of this. I don't know how many times I made each character spawn. What? Well, apparently I didn't test it enough because there's still people alive. But the objective is complete, so let's just go. There's the UFO artifact. Got that. And that opens this door. There's a red key card. This must have been a locked door. And there's Captain Snow. Acts like an enemy, but before he can fire it, it ends. Yeah, very rough around the edges, but you get the idea. Okay, so real quick, here's what it looks like in MapMaker, that same map that I just played. I gotta find the starting point here. You can see there's different tiers in terms of ramps, like levels and stuff. Look, all that, the bricks that look like a Jenga tower. Oh, here it is, okay. So this is where I started, and then there's the gun I picked up, and there's the location trigger that made all these story enemies spawn. And, then, of course, there's just, like, lighting. Let's take a look at the game logic. So, logic operation 1. Any of those enemies killed increased the kills counter by 1. So, yeah. Artifact collected. Objective B complete. Enemy 10 spots player. Oh, that was Captain Snow. Okay. I don't know why it's all out of order. I must have had some trouble. I don't know. There's also no music. Anyway, let's clear a map and start over. Let's make our own thing. I got laser tag in mind, because I think I did that recently in Future Perfect, and I want to do it again in this game. So, laser tag is kind of all laser futuristic stuff. I think the virtual tile set is something similar to that. Weapon set, we'll just customize everything. Bots, I'm just going to do henchmen. Okay, we got henchmen and dark henchmen. Kind of looks like they're wearing laser tag gear. So weapons, obviously sci-fi lasers and stuff that ricochets everywhere to make it look. It's basically playing off the game's lighting effects. So sci-fi handgun, laser gun, electro tool, plasma auto rifle, and I think that's it for this game as far as plasma things. So we'll just put another rifle in there, I don't know. Music, I mean, that doesn't even really matter. I don't even remember. We could do the credits or that remix thing, I don't know. So yeah, you could edit the description, and you could even type in a story briefing, kind of like that cringy thing I wrote for the other mission. Alright, so it's loading the virtual tile, because I think it defaults to industrial. And There's no weather or outdoor maps in this game. You could do that slightly in TimeSplitters Future Perfect, but not this one. So this is a huge grid, but you can see that bar that says free. Let's start it with a single corridor. This will basically be our spawn point. But yeah, that line that says free and is filled with white, you can't possibly fill up everything in this grid. So let's do just another single corridor. Give us some space to pick up a gun. And then maybe turn a corner. Yeah, there's lots of cool tiles, but this is going to be pretty basic. Now I'm going to go down a ramp. So I can actually select the elevation and start at the higher level, flip it so that you want to basically connect all the red lines. And I have an idea of what I want to do. It's going to open up into a big room, but I want some space, so I'm going to kind of have to snake around, because you got to kind of play with the limited tiles that you have. But it is still pretty neat. You can do a lot of stuff even with just the basic things they give you here. Alright, and then maybe one last corner piece. Lost the corner. Alright, flip it. And now we need an adapter that's going to bleed into a big room, which is dictated by the blue arrow. Yeah, just like that. So as you can see, that giant blue line. So now the only piece I can connect to that tile is one with another giant blue line. And we could place a door right here. Something you can't do on rooms with giant blue lines. Like, because that was a red line that I just put a door on. So there, we got our little intro thing. Loud car going by. I love my apartment. Love it so much. Anyway. It's like 3 in the morning, too. What is wrong with people? Sorry. So, I have an idea. We're going to come out into a big bunker wall, I think. Yeah, so this. Large bunker wall. That should work. It doesn't have a door, right? Yeah, no, it's a giant wall. Perfect. So now, the bottom right, we could just rotate this thing. And, just make sure the wall... Yeah, just like that. That's where I want it. And I'm just going to copy that. We'll do 2. And then this next one, I actually do want a door so I can actually enter the laser tag area. So, large bunker 2 looks like it has a door. I don't know how to flip it. I guess something like that, right? Although that looks stupid when you go up a floor. We kind of want the bridges to connect. Yeah, you can design some really cool looking... These bunker ones are like my favorite tile, because you kind of like set up these capture the bag bases. Yeah, that'll work. As long as the door's there. I don't know, we got to test it. That's the fun part. You place all this stuff and then you go play around with it and see how it works out. So we need a start point. Let's put our guy right here. And then... gun. The sci-fi handgun, right? That's your basic laser tag weapon. So then we'll go down the ramp and see, we have a vest, right? Laser tag places give you a vest normally. So there, now we get all that stuff, enter the arena, and over here we're probably going to want some other weapons. So I kind of have an idea, like I'm going to hide behind the bunker wall, and outside, on the other side of the wall, is going to be where all the enemies spawn. With various laser guns of their own. So yeah, that should work. Let's see how that looks before going any further. Sounds like a plan. Let's do MapMaker preview. We haven't added any kind of logic operations. Yeah! So there we go. We got our handgun going down the ramp. There's the vest. And there's the door I put in. Pretty cool. Very bright in here. That's not laser tag, but that'll come last. Let's just make sure everything works properly. We got our weapons, and then they put a wall there because I didn't connect anything to it. Oh, that's a good spot to put some armor or something. So yeah, looking good so far. Now we just got to continue. Alright, so we got our stuff. Let's make this giant room even more giant. Get some space for the enemies. Actually design the laser tag arena. It's basically just a giant open room. But we could add some stuff to it. There's plenty of tiles to play with. So... Actually, you know what? Rather than copy that, yeah, let's make this next row. Let's have some fun with it. Large bridge. That has a ramp to it. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Because we could put some enemies on top of that bridge. So look at the thing and see where the ramp is. Yeah, I think like that is how I want it. I think. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, looks good. Now, to connect to that, we basically want bunkers on either side. Like I have this giant bridge. So I come into the bunker wall, and then we've got those low rooms that are just wide open, and then it goes up a floor. So we kind of just dump into enemies of different elevations. Yeah, this looks right. Yeah, all this other stuff. The ramps are cool too. I like the ramps in the trenches. That could be fun if you're designing a capture the flag map. But large bunker wall seems to be kind of what I'm looking for here. Yeah. See, I like playing it like this where you can actually see the outline. I go up an elevation first while I place them, and then go back down to the main floor. Yeah, now we got ourselves an arena. Looking good. Now, this is a good central spot for something. Maybe the electro tool, or an enemy, I guess. Yeah, I'm trying to think. How do I want this? Yeah, let's put the thing. Electro tool seems like a powerful weapon to have in a laser tag arena. We'll put that in the middle, kind of like fight over it. Although it's a story map, so it's kind of not really multiplayer focused. Put some armor over here, and some health right there, behind the bunker sections, and over here we'll put some low armor. Why not? Just some refill stuff. So yeah, looking pretty good, pretty basic. We got something to play with here. Now we got to start making it a story thing. I'm gonna add some more health real quick. Yeah, it's kind of like our home base right there with the health and the 2 guns. Okay, so now the enemies. Let's actually make this interesting here. So we'll have a guy right here. Enemy 1, give him the basic handgun. Why not? So we want him to spawn an attack. We'll do that 5 times. We'll edit the trigger conditions in a second. But first let's place him, rotate his facing point. So he's like right there at the entrance. And then we'll put another one, same thing. Just kind of these 2 weak henchmen guys. We'll do 5 each for every enemy. Just kind of keep it simple. Alright. Now, back up here on top of these bridges, right on top of the bunker. Let's get some of the elite guys in here and give them plasma auto rifle, 5 of those guys. So it takes a little bit of time, but it's kind of fun to play with, especially when you see it all comes together and it works. This guy, let's give him a laser gun. 5 of those. I might not use all 10 enemies because it's a lot of clicking on stuff. And 1 more of these. Well, we can't do 2 and 3. We need to put another dopey guy in there too. Give him a laser gun too. The 2 guys on the side will have a laser gun. Sounds like a plan. It's kind of weird. Future Perfect has music the whole time you're doing this. It's like very subtle music in the background. This one has nothing. I mean, I could maybe edit something in, but I don't know. And you're getting into copyrights and whatever. Okay. Just making sure I put 5 for that guy. I kind of forgot. Yeah, let's put another one of these dopes in here. What do we want him to have? Plasma auto rifle? Get some more rapid fire going on. Yeah, it bothers me that like everything has a slight blur alongside the edges. It's not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be crisp. But that's the AV to HDMI adapter for you. Put him right here, since you can't place him on a spot where you already put a gun item. That's not how it works. But yeah, look at how we're already like at half space. In terms of like free space for placing more stuff. So, we've got our guys set. But what does that mean? It's still not a story thing. We gotta add some objectives in here. And actually, you know what? I have an idea. Let's add a 4th guy. And rather than have him spawn an attack, let's set him to patrol. This will be our... He's going to have a key card that's going to be our access into the main area. Yes. This is basically, does he go back and forth or does he like walk around in a circuit? I forget how to place this. There's like a little flag icon. Somewhere. Oh yeah, the very beginning of this color. So I guess right here at the bottom of the ramp, we'll place him. And then we need his second point where something's going to happen. Like, where's he going? And actually, let's switch it to a circuit since this is kind of going around a corridor. So there, so we'll start there, go to 2 and back to 1. And yeah, that'll be good. So now we got to lock the door. That's his whole purpose. Alright, so before that, let's add the logic, get things going here. So We do game started or make a new trigger. Wait. I'm trying to think. Okay, so this guy. New trigger. Enemy, the patrolling guy. Enemy 4. Killed. So that's the if statement. Enemy 4. If enemy 4 is killed, then we want to drop a red key card right in front of the door that it's going to unlock, because why not? This is very basic stuff. And it's good. There, summary. It's all good. There's our first logic operation. Things are looking good. So now we got to make this actually a locked door. So toggle the door. Now it's a red keycard door. Beautiful. Now, right beyond the door, let's get our spawn trigger in here. So new trigger, a location, because that's the easiest thing. I don't even care about renaming it. Location 1. When location 1 is reached, then, hey, let's attach an objective to it. Why not? Instead of just having all the enemies spawn. So this will be enter the laser dome, I guess. Enter. Man, doesn't this take you back? No touch screen to type the letters. Spent so many hours typing in action replay codes like this and stuff. So there, objective A complete. Now we definitely have to add more, because as soon as objective A is complete, it'll be done. And that's not what we want. So now, let's edit all these people's trigger to location 1. So there's 1, enemy 2, view edit trigger, take away game started, and put it on location 1. So let's basically do that for everybody. And you could change a lot of stuff too. You notice how it says all of these down there? You could toggle that so it's all of these or any of these. And we're actually going to be using that because I'm going to basically the same map that I introduced this whole thing in. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have an enemy counter that is the key to completing the objective. All right. So we did 5 each, so 30. We got to keep 30 in mind. Oh, lights. We're going to do lights soon too. But I want to make sure everything works, because sometimes when you mess with the lighting, the game can get really dark. So I'd rather just make sure everything works properly. Now, we want to escape the thing when we're all done. So basically come in, win everything, defeat everybody, and then leave. That's how basic this is going to be. So we'll just go up the ramp into like a big open area. And then, like I said, Future Perfect, you could add weather. So like you could put this whole arena downstairs and then come up to like a rainy outside. So let's lock this with a blue key card. So we can't leave until everybody's defeated. So basically we want to defeat everybody, complete an objective for that, and trigger a blue key card, and then ultimately leave. So, add a new logic. Now, we need a counter, and we're going to hide it because I don't want it on the screen. I don't care about renaming it. So, when counter 1 reaches, we said 30, right? But that's killing everybody that we said was going to spawn. So when all 30 people are dead, then, new action. We'll do the key card first. Put the blue key card right by the door. And an objective, why not? Because that's just fun to do. Eliminate everyone. I don't want to like type a million things here, so... I mean, I guess in that case I should have just left it objective A and B, but you gotta have some fun with it, man. Play around. I don't know what I'm saying. So there we go. There we go. Counter 1 reaches 30. Get the blue key card. Objective B complete. Perfect. So now, I think we've got a complete logic set. Although, hang on. No, we don't. What am I talking about? Enemy 1 killed. And now, we're switching everything to any of these. That's very important, instead of all of these. So, going through this, basically every enemy, if any of these are killed, that's the if statement. And the reason we switched it to any instead of all is so that each individual death tallies up the counter by 1, rather than have every single one, when every single one of them dies at least once, then it goes up by 1, then it would not equal 30, and everything's messed up. So, yeah. So, any of these, that's super important. Not all of these, but any of these. So then we got everybody. The new action there is the counter that we created, which was counter 1. Increase it by 1 if any of those events happen. Done. There. Perfect. So that should work, and then when it reaches 30, it'll drop the blue key card, and the objective's complete, and we're good. We can leave. So it should be completely playable at this point. We got to do the lights, but I kind of want to test it first too before I make everything kind of like dark and crazy and colorful. This is fun. I like messing with the lighting. But actually, wait a second. I forgot about the whole exit. You don't want it to end as soon as everybody dies. We need our final objective. So we'll just do a location trigger because that's like the easiest thing in the world. Location 2, right outside when we go up the ramp to leave. When you reach that, then objective C, I don't know, escape. I don't know what we're escaping from. But there we go. Simple 3 objective mission. It should all work. It seems like the logic is pieced together. All things are accounted for. Every T is crossed and I is dotted. I'm going to save it because I've had issues with MapMaker where my GameCube completely soft locks and makes like this crazy airplane engine noise. I don't know. So I don't want that to happen. Alright, let's test it. Let's test it not in MapMaker, but in Story. Alright. Here we go. And we can take a look at our objectives, enter laser dome, eliminate everyone, escape. And I didn't make a briefing, because, oh yeah, this guy, let's knock him out. So that should trigger the red key card now that he's dead. It's there by the door, I didn't turn the corner fast enough. Door unlocked, and there we go, there's the location trigger. Everybody's in here, and the objective completed. So that's working good, this should be locked. Yep, need the blue key card. Beautiful, everything seems good so far. Oh, uh-oh, I see one mistake already. This middle section of tile, I did 1 floor tall rooms. So I gotta delete all these rooms and make them 2 stories tall. Because look at how low the ceiling is. You don't come into everybody. That's okay, let's just make sure this other thing works first. So yeah, it's really bright and pretty easy actually right now. But just a simple thing like making the rooms really dark makes it that much harder. And once I edit the ceiling too, because then these guys, look at how low that ceiling is. Yeah. And you gotta come up the ramp for them to kind of notice you, or they gotta jump down on their own free will. But if the ceiling was high enough, they would start shooting it right away because they'd be able to see you. Get out of here. I don't want to die, I want to make sure everything works. What is the alternate fire for this again? I don't know. Okay, so that's weird. TimeSplitters Future Perfect, the health and armor constantly respawn. And this one, it seems like it's 1 pickup only when you have it as a story map. It's interesting. Eliminate everyone, it worked, okay. So the blue key card should be here. I see it. Door unlocked, and then there's our outside. It's 4 walls. Well, there you go, it works. Okay, so everything's pieced together now. Like I was saying, the middle rooms are a complete disaster. That was an issue, so let's move everybody over here temporarily while I delete everything that's on these tiles. You gotta like make sure you select the right menu piece. So this is an item. Okay, now we gotta go to tiles and just delete these things. Because there's another one. Yeah, large open. I did large open low. I just want the large open. Copy that. Yeah, because that's a 2-story tall ceiling. So put everything back where it was, and that should fix that issue. It should open up into, everything should be the same. The ceiling height should be the same. So everybody should spot me at once. Was he there? I think it was like that, right? Nice and symmetrical. Okay. So that's good. Now, we know everything works. The ceiling issue is fixed. It seemed a little easy though, didn't it? So what do we want to do about that? You know, actually there's a thing, I think it's under objects. Yeah, you can add auto turrets. We could add one of those. I don't remember if it shoots plasma things. That might be future perfect as well. It might just be your standard minigun in this game. It's been so long. So we'll see if that adds to the difficulty. And then the lighting, my favorite part. I love this stuff. So obviously the main arena, everything. This is what's cool. You can have a fixed light. You can have it flicker like crazy. Switch or pulse. I'm thinking pulse. And we'll do like a darkish gray. Because you don't want it to be too dark. Because you really can't see anything if you pick a dark color. So we'll just make this entire thing this lighting. And you can see how it's all synchronized. You can edit that too. The little pie wheel down there on the bottom right. If you change the stage, like the thickness of the pie, it's basically a different timer. So actually, we can edit the colors too. Where there was armor, we can make it blue, and where there was health, we can make it red. I already forget where. Oh, I was wrong. That was health. This is armor. Okay, so that'll be blue. And then we'll do a red pulsing light. And what was this? Armor. So back to blue. I don't know. I'm just kind of playing around with it. You can also edit by the doors, like the blue key card. We'll do it on the ramp one. Yeah. Now let's do a fast flicker, medium flicker. Yeah, I like that better, just to change stuff up. Instead of having every single light be a pulse. Now for the, let's just have fun with the switching. We'll do a slow switch. And we'll start with red all the way up at the spawn point. Now let's edit with the pie wheel timer. So select a different timer and a different color. And what's cool, we'll just keep doing this. Add one to the timer and pick a different color. And you'll start to notice that they see how the red one turned on first and then orange. That's really fun when you get like a really long corridor of lights like that. It's kind of like a stoplight at the moment. I thought there was like a quick button you could press to just increase it automatically. There might be, but I know there isn't Future Perfect. Because this is also in there, but it's a little bit improved in that game. Purple, just doing every color here. And then I guess we'll go back to red right by the red key card door. We'll do orange first, and then the tile where the key card actually spawns, we'll do red. Yeah! Yeah, look at that. Snaking colors. I like how they all turn off, on and off at different times like that. It's cool. And then the outside, we'll just leave it white, because it'd be like walking into daylight or whatever. That's the mentality behind it. You gotta use your imagination a little bit. Alright, save in case of a random soft lock thing. Preview and story. Alright, so here's our lights. You can see red, orange, yellow, and it all flickers one after another. This guy looks like he's one of the dark henchmen now. There it is, there. Saw it spawn that time. Oh yeah, this is much better. Really dark, holy crap. Well, it's actually kind of manageable when everything is pulsed on. Yeah, look at those guys up there shooting right away now. That's beautiful. That's going to increase the difficulty too, I forgot about that. We also got that turret back there. Oh, jeez. Where's that armor? I can't see anything! Yeah! Very basic wide open arena, but it's still cool. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna pull this off. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit too tough now. We'll have to edit some stuff, but I mean, that'll happen. We gotta add more armor and health and fix some things. Okay. So, let's move this low health outside. Put the high health in here. I've got an idea. We're gonna hide behind the bunker wall. That was my initial plan in the first place. And this armor, we want to bring inside too. So we can kind of just strafe along the bunker wall. Increase the chance of winning. Let's put more armor outside so we have one on inside. I'm going to switch these guns too, because the laser gun is what I've noticed sometimes makes my GameCube do something crazy. And I kind of use the other thing anyway. Alright. Let's see if that improved things. I also took away the minigun. I don't know if it was firing, because you gotta be close enough to it. Yeah, it's just crouch and fire. Man, it's so blurry on my TV. I hope that the recording looks a little bit better. It usually does, but I know this game can emulate much more beautifully than what it looks like now. Ah, jeez, those guys up top. Let's get this going. Get the armor. Yeah, I gotta take out those elite guys on the top. But this is definitely the strategy. Strafe behind the bunker wall. You kind of have to play with the tile sets though, because like this same tile, if it wasn't the virtual tile set and it was something like Alien, it might not have that little line that you could peek through. Oh, jeez, man. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. And the health doesn't respawn. This is not future perfect. It's a one-time pickup only. That's weird. I see health right there. And I know there's armor right on the outside I didn't pick up yet. Let's get the laser gun. I'm out of ammo here. Oh, jeez. I don't know. I need to get to that armor immediately. Get away. Don't even think about killing me. I can't see anybody. Yes. Oh, beautiful. It was high armor. See, I was thinking when I put it there. Yeah, here we go. Please don't do something stupid. I like the laser gun. It's pretty tough. Yes. That was a nice piece of health. I think we took care of all the yellow guys. I'm going to activate this. Cool secondary function of this gun. It's like a little shield. Ow, what the? Where are you? Jeez. Where's that thing I saw? Yes, another high armor. Yeah. See, I told you, when you choose dark lighting, but that's the whole point of this. But it does make it very hard to see still. The blur on my TV is not good either. Is that it? Did we do it? Yes! So there you go, that was basically laser tag. It all works. Very basic, but it's still fun to do. So thanks for watching, you guys. Hope it was enjoyable. And I'll see you next time. Take care.